This is the third youngest 300 TDI Defender in the UK driving away. It only has 20,000 miles on it. Let's bring it back and have a walk around. In 2024, a few of us owners of Rest of the World Spec 300 TDI Defenders met up at the Gaydon Land Rover show. There we are, row Defenders in a row. You couldn't miss us. They're all painted white. I think is the first meetup centred around these vehicles in the UK, because I've been talking about them for many years and no one's invited me before, so it must be the first one, right? Anyway, let's take a look under the bonnet of this specimen.
Because obviously it's got a Puma plate on it, and then look under there. Factory marks. It's nice, eh?
Oh yeah.
So this was left-hand drive, and it got converted to right-hand drive. So it had a new bulkhead.
That's back of the... So that's... She's been on a low loader a lot of time.
This is a one-owner vehicle bought in 2007, pampered and kept indoors in winter. The chassis was painted when new, and it's had a few mods, most notably the roll cage, because the owner's previous Defender went upside down. And it's also had a stainless exhaust, black sawtooth alloys, and some premium seats fitted. When he bought it, it was left-hand drive, as were most Rest of the World Spec Defenders, and he had it converted to right-hand drive. You see it's originally purchased by Neen Overland. So it's got the VIN of a left-hand drive vehicle. He said that it was from a cancelled order from Saudi Arabia, as that's the literature pack that was inside was for that market. This vehicle was in the last 150 300 TDI Defenders ever made. Most 2006 300 TDIs had air conditioning, but weirdly air conditioning became less common as the end of the model year got closer. So my 2006 300 TDI is about 300 from the end on the production line. Around that time there would be about 7 air-conditioned vehicles for every non-air-conditioned one. By the time we're at this vehicle, in the last 150, it's about 2 air-conditioned vehicles for every non-air-conditioned vehicles. By the end of production, it's 3 non-air-conditioned vehicles for every air-conditioned vehicle. So maybe they were rationing the air-conditioning kits at the end there. It's not like these vehicles weren't destined for hot climates, so I don't know why they stopped fitting air conditioning more often than not. No leaks. I've personally laid my hands on the 24th and the 59th last, and I also tried to buy the 20th last, link on screen if you want to hear that story, and they all didn't have air conditioning either. So personally, if I was buying a Defender to use in Saudi Arabia, I'd think I want air conditioning no matter how crap it is. So maybe once they saw this Defender in the warehouse didn't have air conditioning, then they cancelled the order. Anyway, I digress.
20,000 miles.
This isn't the lowest mileage 300 TDI Defender, this is about the 13th lowest mileage civilian 300 TDI and the 5th lowest 110 station wagon. I've calculated this using the DVLA data for vehicles that have had an MOT in the last 5 years and haven't been exported, and that their current mileage is also the highest mileage ever recorded in their history. If we include Wolf Defenders, then there's about 50 of those with lower mileage, but they're quite hard to verify because many have had replacement speedometers in their life, and they've only been registered in private hands with an MOT history in the latter part of their life, so we don't get any record of the mileage over time from when they were first new. But there are actually quite a few genuine low mileage Wolves with lower mileage than this one. A couple of the other lower mileage vehicles are fire engines or have been imported from other countries. I think this is such a cool vehicle. I'm very jealous of the owner, and he said he's never going to sell it, and I can see why. If you've got a Rest of the World Spec 300 TDI Defender in the UK, then please get in touch. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.